gave you the idea for Iron Man?
Well, I wanted to get a character. It was like a challenge. At the time Iron Man came out, all the young people were against war. They hated big businessmen, and they hated people who made munitions and armaments. And I figured just for fun, I'm going to get a hero who makes munitions, who's very wealthy, and see if it could work, you know? Luckily, it worked. And he's one of my favorite characters, but I must tell you, the first issue that we did, I hated the way they drew his armor. And if you've been following the series, in almost every subsequent issue, his armor was different. I was never satisfied with the way it looked until finally today it's wonderful. But that was the one strip I couldn't get the artist to get the armor right.
Why shouldn't the guy let off a little steam?
You know damn well why. Back off.
Oh, I'm starting to want you to make me.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that off. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Tony Stark. His real name is Anthony Edwards. Tony Stark. He is one of the smartest characters in Marvel Comics and is a genius inventor, a billionaire industrialist who created cutting-edge technology that would make him one of Earth's greatest superheroes, known as Iron Man. He's also the leader of the Avengers. I also did my own digging, and it seems like no matter which website I jump onto, they all have Tony in the top 10 smartest characters in Marvel Comics. Some in different placements, like for instance, Screen Rant has him at number 10, Marvel.com has him at number 3, and First Curiosity has him at number 1. This video is really about some of my favorite suits he created since his publication in 1962. This character was created by the man and the legend Stan Lee. It was developed by Strip Larry Liebert, and it was designed by Don Hick and the legendary Jack Kirby. The first suit I have on the list is very underrated suit, which to me has one of the best names for a suit, which is the Iron Man model CE1, known as the Prometheum Armor. It was first created in 2008 during the storyline Heroes Reborn. The Heroes Reborn was an event in 1996, which it follows after the Avengers and the Fantastic Four heroes were killed off during the Onslaught crisis. Just a heads up, the show X-Men 97 is literally going into that storyline, in which I cannot wait for. Prometheum suit was a suit created only for a particular alternative Earth setting. Unfortunately, the armor wasn't really used that much after it was assumed it was flawed, but really it was damaged when Rebels secretly challenged the Titanium Man.
Reset.
Nothing like asphalt for gift wrapping. I think we'd better mark this package do not open until Christmas in the year 3000.
This kind of sucks we didn't get a movie about him. I honestly think he should have been like the arch nemesis in the Robert Downey Jr. saga. Storyline wise, it would have been better than what the hell was happening in the sequels. Marvel even used Whiplash wrong. I'm not gonna get into that. Maybe in another video if this video does well. Probably not. My second favorite suit of Iron Man is Armor Model Unknown Celestial Hulkbuster Armor. This suit is by far not only the dopest looking suit in Iron Man's collection, but also one of the strongest. Created by Donny Cates and Martin Caccolo, it's a suit made out of real Celestial or engine from it.
But wait! There's more!
Unfortunately, it was really short-lived as it made an appearance in Thor Volume 6, Issue 25, which came out in May 2022, and its last appearance was Thor Volume 6, Issue 26, which is basically the next page. It was destroyed by Thor when he was imbued by gamma radiation, which turned Thor into a Hulk, making him Thor Hulk or Hulk's son.
Did you get a chance to say goodbye to Stan Lee at all? The guy who created this whole universe?
The one of the last times I saw him, we were shooting Civil War, and his cameo that day was he's, I think, a UPS delivery man.
Yeah, exactly
and,
right.
And he had a great line. He goes, "I have a package for Tony Stank."
Remember me?
Hey, how's it going, Hef?
This gentleman was born to play Tony Stark, and the way he looks is exactly the way I pictured him. We are so lucky to
Where's
have
my prop money?
Robert Downey Jr. playing this role. I was born under a lucky star, I got to tell you. And to be in a scene with him, brief as it was, and I'll talk to them about that later, it was a joy, really a joy.
Well, we got to hang out a little bit before we started shooting, and I picked your brain quite a bit. It helped a lot going into rehearsals and all that, and we it's just such a great character and story you created, and I'm just eternally grateful.
I'm grateful that you're playing it, and I want to tell you that I'm glad I was able to give you the various acting tips that I did.
You did.
And if you just kind of remember what I told you, just read the lines, don't trip over the furniture,
Right.
and at any time just say to yourself, Howard Stan save us, and you'll be up. And I'm no further than your phone. You run into problems, I'm always there.
Right.
Honorable mention: Iron Man Armor, model Explorer Armor, a suit for exploration of uncharted territories, substantial life support capabilities. Iron Man Shogun Armor, a suit used to infiltrate Mojo World and reenact the play pretend scenario of a kid named Bobby, whose mother was kidnapped from Earth by Mojo during playtime. Anti-Transformer Armor, a suit which was made to fight off alien robots which was known as Decepticons, but unfortunately was beheaded by Megatron. Damn, I didn't even know they had a crossover. Wow, how have I not heard about this before? I feel like I did, but I just never cared to read it. No. If I knew about this, I would have read it. I definitely would have read it when it came out.
You sure about that?
Now, to my favorite Iron Man suit of all time. While it may not be the strongest of his suits, it's definitely one of the dopest. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the one and only, the Iron Man Model 50, also known as the Indo Sim Armor, which just so happens to be just a story called the Superior Iron Man. I also put them in order for you to read, just in case you decide to read it. Trust me, it's a great story. As usual, Tony's ego gets big, and I mean really fucking big. Metaphorically, of course. Anyway, Tony had a spell cast on his mind which altered his moral axis. Living in San Francisco, Tony planned on turning the city into a utopia, playing to exorbitant fees paid to Stark Industries for Extremis 3.0. Yeah, Tony was a dick in this storyline. It was great though. Tony designed the suit based off symbiote biology. The suit itself is a full liquid smart metal which gets hard instantly on connection with the user's body, and the starter is completely psionic. The suit also let the user control it remotely. I would like to not only thank Stan Lee for creating this character, but also Robert Downey Jr. for bringing this superhero to life. I was never the biggest fan of the character in the comics, but I always find him incredibly interesting, to say the least. And even my friends, whenever I would have asked them who were their favorite superheroes, they will always say Superman, Batman, The Incredible Hulk, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Doctor Doom, Blade. Robert Downey Jr. took a mid-tier character that nobody cared for and turned it into one of the greatest superhero roles that anybody ever played, besides Chris Evans as Human Torch. Oh my god, you can't tell me that wasn't the perfect cast. The perfect superhero cast. Chris Evans being the Human Torch is definitely in the top 5.